Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It's Friday, June 8th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Boy, the city of Annapolis doesn't seem to be able to get out of its way when it comes to budgets here. Danielle Ohl from the Capitol has a report that she filed last night and says that we're now back up to a 13-cent per $100 assessed budget increase. That was the initial proposal by Mayor Gavin Buckley. It was dropped to 9.9 cents after City Manager Teresa Sutherland discovered some additional revenues. But now she discovered $2.8 million in misallocated spending. She threw the former finance director, Bruce Miller, under the bus and said that he included an allocation to the Planning and Zoning Department, even though it doesn't provide services to the enterprise funds, which is where the deficit was. She told the Capitol, I cannot transfer $2.8 million out of the enterprise funds to pay for accountants and police officers and firefighters. I'm not going to do it. Alderman Ross Arnett, who chairs the city's finance committee, said, I don't know how much is errors and how much is difference in accounting, but I trust Sutherland. Residents, business owners, and the government are trying to figure out what to do with Ellicott City's Main Street. Many are suggesting that it is now time to reconfigure the 246-year-old historic river town. And Howard County Executive Alan Kittleman, along with Councilman John Weinstein, who represents Ellicott City, said that talks are underway with business and property owners to help really plot the future. Some items that are under consideration are rebuilding new businesses and homes further uphill, a ban on parking on Main Street, and the most expensive, drilling 2 tunnels through Ellicott City's hills to redirect water from downtown, or building 18 stormwater management projects. Britney Spears had a song called Oops, I Did It Again, and Facebook might be singing that too. They just disclosed that they had a new privacy problem back in May. Apparently 14 million users' posts, which were marked restricted or private of some sort, were made public for 10 days in May. Facebook has switched all the posts back to the previous settings, and they are notifying the users that were affected. And finally, the Washington Capitals are Stanley Cup champions. Yes, they defeated the Las Vegas Golden Knights 4-3 in Game 5 in Las Vegas. A little bit disappointing that the win couldn't have come at home, but boy, you take it when you can get it. Congratulations to the Washington Capitals. Let's have a party. That's about it for the top news stories today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net because we do update that consistently throughout the day as the news comes in. But if you hang tight, we have our weekend pick of things to do. And of course, we have George Young from DMV Weather with your local weather forecast.
Buying a home is a big accomplishment, and we enjoy being part of that. Especially for first-timers, the excitement of being approved and knowing they were building their future in their new home. All over the county, you will find homeowners who received the funds they needed from us. I'm Alan Hyatt, chairman of Severn Bank, and I tell you nothing means more to our bank or me than helping home buyers. Last week, I drove by a house and saw kids playing in the front yard. I recall how excited their parents were when they found out that the home was going to be theirs. So if it's a home, an addition, or a renovation, see us at Severn. You'll find affordable home loans, great service, a commitment to our community, and an enthusiastic team to help you. Severn Bank, here with you.
Online at severnbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval. Severn Bank is a trade name used by Severn Savings Bank.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, June the 8th. Yet another very nice weather day on tap for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County today, with plenty more sunshine helping fuel some warmer temps in the 80s with a little more humidity than the past few days. But be sure to soak it up while it's around today, because another frontal boundary between two different air masses, one to the north and one to the south, will set up shop over the area starting Saturday, bringing another chance of rain each day, with the likeliest period of any significant rain being later Saturday and overnight into the Sunday morning hours, with highs in the 80s Saturday and back into the 70s Sunday, with lingering chances into Monday. The upside of all of this: none of this is expected to produce any flash flooding or regular flooding conditions across the area, so just some regular rain and probably not that much of it. Okay, that's it for us today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Enjoy today and the weekend ahead, and be sure to follow us anywhere, anytime, either on our website at dmvweather.com or on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on our app, which you can download for free by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. But always remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
'Tis the season, prom season, school dances, after parties, barbecues, and weekends down the ocean. An exciting time for teens. The most recent Maryland Safe and Supportive School Survey shows that 3/4 of Annapolis high school students said it was fairly or very easy for students in their grade to get alcohol. Underage drinking and binge drinking is very real in Annapolis. If you give them access to alcohol, you're not cool, but you are liable for the outcome. Create a safe environment for your teens and their friends this prom season. If they need to talk, listen. If you need to talk, we'll listen. We're here for you and your children. We're ASAP, Annapolis Substance Abuse Prevention. ASAP facilitates healthy community change, prevents and reduces binge drinking, underage drinking, and alcohol-related auto crashes among youth and young adults through locally led collaborations and evidence-based prevention strategies. Visit us at PreventSubstanceAbuse.org. This message is supported by SAMHSA and the Maryland Behavioral Health Administration.
Need to make plans for the weekend? We got you covered. Here are our top picks. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for the events newsletter with a listing of all the upcoming area events.
Thank God it's
One thing I love about living in Annapolis is there is never a shortage of things to do. With the Capitals win, I imagine every bar will still be celebrating all weekend, so take your pick there. But if you're looking for something a little bit more organized, tomorrow morning, Governor Larry Hogan and Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford are officially making an announcement that they're going to run for governor and lieutenant governor again. As if that's any kind of a surprise. It all happens at Union Jacks. It gets underway at 2 p.m. with the doors opening at 1. It is a big rally. Obviously, the governor and the lieutenant governor will be there. And Governor Hogan had put a message out onto the event saying, "These past 4 years have been incredible, and I'm proud of all we have accomplished together, but there is much more to do to keep changing Maryland. We can't turn back now. Hope to see you there." Another party that I hope to see you at is also tomorrow, down at Sam's at the Waterfront from 8:30 to midnight. This is the summer launch party for Upstart Magazine. And if you don't know what Upstart Magazine is, it's a free magazine focused on the arts in Annapolis. It's available in many local stores. It is a free publication. It is sponsor supported. And every time they release an issue, which is 4 times a year, they have a great party. This is the brainchild of Jimmy Davies of Jimmy Haha or Jimmy's Chicken Shack. And tomorrow night, they're going to have musical performances by the Pretty Music Academy's Deal With It band, harpist and songwriter Emily D'Elia, which I saw at Metropolitan, and she was fantastic, and an indie band, Leo and Cygnus. It is free. They do encourage you to drink and eat and pay for that, obviously, but we will see you on the water at Sam's on the Waterfront tomorrow night from 8:30 to midnight. Tomorrow and Sunday up in Balmer, it is Hun Fest. Hun. They're celebrating 25 years and a whole lot of hairspray. Goes from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. both days. And you can grab your boa and tease that beehive because it's the 25th annual Hun Fest. The festival symbolizes all the charm and goodwill that lies within the hearts of those who live, work, and play in Balmer. And heaven knows Balmer can probably use a little bit of good news right now. Sunday up at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds, now that the Irish Fest has moved out, you've got the Maryland Food Truck Festival. Noon to 9 p.m. Tickets are available at Eventbrite, and they range anywhere from $10 to about $26, which does include a couple drinks. They expect a crowd of about 2,500, and it looks like they've got about 25 food trucks that are going to be there. If you want to stay a little bit more local and on your feet, check out the Eastport Civic Association's 13th annual Eastport Home and Garden Tour. This is on Sunday. Gets underway at 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Costs $25. And you'll get a look inside buildings that have stood the test of time. And along the way, you're going to learn stories of Eastport's rich history and the people who settled here. You can get more information and tickets right at their website, eastportcivic.org. That's about it for the weekend. Those are our top picks. I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff to do out there. Whatever you do, be sure you're safe doing it, and we will see you on Monday.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.